Hi guys, guess what? I lost more footage. Yep. And this time it was, not just 45 minutes of work. It was hours of work and the whole thing is just gone. Cuz I tried to just record it all in one go, and so when I lost the one video, I lost the whole thing. So and this one I was kind of upset about losing cuz not only did it take me longer than the other one that I lost, but also this was the sickest, coolest drawing, and I used a super cool brush, so I'm just I'm just gonna show it, even though this is not what the video is about today. But yeah, I wanted to do the idea for the video it was supposed to be I was drawing a hyper-specific emotion, and then you'd have to guess what it is. So you still can. But I think I did a really good job on it, and I used one of the drawfee brushes, the Kamala brush, the little inker. It was either that one or a different one. Maybe the Good Pen? I can't remember. It was one of those. And it's kind of scrungly, it has these rough kind of edges, and when you color in, shade in stuff, it's not a solid black. If you look closely, you can see where all the black is. It's not solid. It has this kind of texture to it, which is so cool. And it was perfect to do a scrungle ink drawing of the skull, and then have the color be in solids. And I had a lot of fun drawing this, and I don't know, I just so mad that I lost it. I mean, I'm glad I still have the finished piece and didn't lose that too, but I would have loved to have had recorded the process, just so that I could have looked back on it for my own reference and stuff, because I experimented on this drawing and stuff, and I'll just forget as time passes. But whatever. Technology is technology. It's fine, I guess. Still looking for a different way to record so it doesn't keep happening. This was low-key the last straw for this recording program that I'm using, which yeah, it is what it is. But the actual topic of today's video is I wanted to I wanted to do a, what's it called, where it's not a metaphorical drawing, not symbolic. It's I don't know how you would describe it, but it's it's one of those where you look at it and you're oh, that's definitely got a feeling to it, or oh yeah, I feel that. It's kind of one of those. But basically the inspiration for the drawing was kind of just I'm I have really bad vision, and it's hard to get the correct eyewear, contacts and glasses that fit the exact number that my eyes are at, and so it doesn't I don't know, it's hard to see, especially at night, because I have an astigmatism where it's got that things where it multiplies things. So when you see a light at night, it's whoa, that's rays of sunshine that go everywhere, and suddenly you can't see because all the lights are blinding. And I was just oh, okay, what if that was just art? And I think it turned out pretty cool. And yeah, I did lose some footage in this one as well, but I didn't lose all of it because I decided to record in increments and not just all in one go. But I got some of it still, so we're gonna try that. Yep, so I'll just show you. So I started off pulling a reference off Pinterest like I normally do, and then redlining it, and just trying to block out the shapes, and then replicating what I redlined over to the side. And I do spend quite a majority of my time like readjusting like the face and stuff, because that like takes up most of the drawing, and like also it's kind of hard to visualize faces, at least to me. I don't know, but yeah, I was like, it was kind of like the same struggle that I had with the where I drew Maya C, where like I'm looking at the reference and I'm using it to get the pose, but then like I don't want to like copy the reference because I'm not trying to draw that lady. I'm trying to draw myself in that pose. So like at the beginning, sort of, it's like looking like the lady, but then I'm like, how do I make this look more like myself? And like it's just like minor adjustments, like the thickness or thinness of the lips, like the space between the different features on the face, like millimeters of like adjusting it, and like somehow it works out. Like I don't know, which that is kind of wild to me. Like if you just move something over like an inch or like even just a couple millimeters, like I don't know, it just like changes it so drastically. And like just a couple of changes around the face, and you didn't even move it that much of a distance, like all the features, but like somehow it's a completely different person. And that is wild as a concept to me, but I guess that's literally how people work in real life, so whatever. And yeah, I do what I normally do, which is, I have like the undersketch or like the copy of the redlining, but then I just go straight into like line art because I don't really do sketches. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, I'm like, here's where I'm like struggling to like get it to look the way I want it to look. Like it's not quite coming onto the paper like quite how I visualized it in my head. It's also kind of hard to visualize because the entire drawing is based around a face, and faces are difficult. But it's like, and I keep like drawing and redrawing, resizing all these little features and stuff, because it's just like something is just off, and I can't figure out what it is, but something is just off, and I don't know. Like it's something about like the chin area, definitely. Like I was trying, like it's an up angle that the face is in, but then like you do get like the chin indentation on top still, even though the face is pointing up or tilted up. So it's like, I don't know, a lot of push and pull to like, how do you define the chin area? And like also the shadow is like, it's like because of the shadow in the reference, you can't tell where's her real jawline, or is it just where the shadow line is. Like it's two different places, but you have to look hard. I don't know. And then like drawing the hair was kind of easy, I guess, but I don't know, something about, I always have like a struggle with hairlines, because I never know what to do for them. Like, what, because I mean, I know not everyone's hairlines look the same, but generally don't they all look the same? If we're talking about like on average. I don't know. But yeah, now I'm trying to do the hands, and I don't know, that technique that I did on when I drew Maya C, like that really worked with the redlining the skeletal structure of the hands. So I did that again on this drawing, and I got down the drawing of the hands pretty quickly. And I know that the focus isn't really on the hands, so I didn't really spend too much time on them anyways, because the focus is like not on the hands. You won't see much of them. But yeah, see, I'm like turning the hair on and off, and I'm like trying to figure this out. Like, also because I like would draw like each feature on a different layer because I was like so unsure whether I wanted to keep the different aspects and stuff. So like just in case I kept things on different layers, so I had to keep turning them on and off to like figure out which layer I was drawing on. And yes, multiple times I drew on the wrong layer, but that happens to everyone. It's fine. But yeah, now my hair is like, you know, kind of limp in this drawing because the concept I was going for was like my hair would be wet. I was like a wet little seal, like emerging. And I mean that in the cutest way possible. And you know, I'm checking like my skin and stuff to like see where my exact freckles go. So this is not random freckles. This is the exact placement they are on my body because I felt like being extra for this drawing. I was very excited to get to the coloring as I'm doing now. But yeah, because coloring is my favorite part. But yeah, and I think, yeah, I'm referencing like one or two past drawings of myself to try and get the color palettes that I like pre-picked for myself. Because, you know, I don't want to choose colors again. It's kind of hard to choose colors, you know, and then you just end up adding the adjustment layers afterwards, so that changes the color palette anyway. So it's like I should just, you know, I have like a color palette for everybody I draw, and it's like this is it. It just makes coloring a lot easier because not a lot of thinking going on right then or right now apparently. But yeah, and I think, yeah, I had like a pink blush kind of going on at first, but then I changed it to more of a orange because I've noticed I've always done, even in real life when I've done makeup, I've always done like a pink blush, but recently I've been noticing that I think a peach blush would actually suit me better, but that's off topic. Yeah, I was trying to decide whether I wanted colored liner or black, and I decided on the black, but except not on the fingernails because the fingernails looked weird if it was black on the fingernails. So, oh yeah, and then I believe after like I start like blocking in the shadows and stuff, like I notice, oh okay, it's not, maybe it's not now, I think it is around now. I like block in like the shadows, and then I noticed that the eyes were a bit too close together, and that's what was throwing the face off, so I move it out a little. And of course this has happened after I've already colored everything in, so I have to recolor everything and readjust the shadows. But you know, no big deal, I fixed it, it was fine. And it's definitely way better when the eyes are farther apart. Yeah. So yeah, there's like 2 layers of shadows that I did, like the general big shadows, and then like the deepest, darkest little crevices that were only in like right under the chin and like the nostrils, where like those deep dark shadows were, because those are generally where it's darkest anyways, generally speaking, in most lighting settings. And I was just, you know, kind of going the same kind of like lighting as the reference because I just thought it looks cool. And yeah, now I'm trying to like to see how much I should define the chin. It was the thing I was talking about earlier where it's like there's a line on top, but also there's a jawline on bottom, but not really a jawline. And like she definitely in the reference has like a shadow around, but like when I was putting it, like copying the reference and like mirroring that in my drawing, it just like wasn't looking right. And like no matter how I would shape it, like it literally just looked like a line there. Like it didn't have the same effect. So like since I was doing like a cell shading type thing, I kind of like, you know, had to make some adjustments, so I couldn't completely, you know, copy the lighting arrangement. But yeah, and I did like blur out some of the edges of this stuff because like, I don't know, soft and hard shading like goes, you have to have like a balance, you know. And of course I turned it down and stuff because I don't need actual purple shading. I just need normal shading. And I used purple because it's my favorite color. Yeah. And yeah, now I'm trying to like get like the blind look that she has going in her eye. Oh yeah, and I mentioned earlier that the hair is supposed to be wet, so I added in like these juicy highlights and stuff. Just kind of drawing them in there. And you can tell I'm liking the highlights that I did, but yeah. And of course, gotta add those little shines on the jewelry, make it, nice and silver. And I do actually own all those earrings. And of course, I was like, hey, since the whole drawing is supposed to be about not seeing well, wouldn't it be cool if I like did those double drawings on myself? And then, yeah, of course, I pulled a Julia Joffe, and now you can barely see any of the details I did on my actual person. But, it looks cooler with the little fuzz around it and stuff. Oh, and you probably noticed by now that the background just randomly appeared. Yeah, I did actually go through like 3 backgrounds of like redrawing it and stuff, but, yeah, it like, I lost that footage, so it just like, randomly appeared. But I did like a lot of like creating orbs and like streaks and then like duplicating them and like moving them around, a lot of blurring, a lot of duplicating, like, and like it was a lot of like push and pull because I wanted to do like the main light sources, which are like the light sources of the cars or like lamp posts. So a lot of like red for the tail lights and then bright white lights of like headlights or lamp posts. I didn't want to do like the colors of a stoplight because only one color is shining at once realistically, and like too many colors would just like busy up the composition way too much. Even though, yeah, I know the background is busy, but that was intentional. And yeah, I did the thing. And I really liked the drawing. I think it was cool. And I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I did the thing. I lost some footage, lost some more footage, and now it's here and it's finished. And yeah, basically, if you got an astigmatism, we can be buddies. Because we're blind at night, and driving at night is very scary when you have an astigmatism. If only... No, I won't say that. Never mind. But yeah, I think that's all. I enjoyed drawing the drawing. Even though... Oh, wait. Actually, one more thing I will mention. Since I spent, since it didn't actually take me 10 minutes to draw this, it took me, hours. I actually did want to do more with this drawing, but the drawing of the astigmatism and the blurry vision was so accurate that I could no longer continue drawing on it because it gave me a migraine. I could no longer work on it, and I had to stop. While drawing on it, I just had to stop because I literally could not look at it any longer. Literally physically could not. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what more I would have done if I had continued, but just know that I would have kept going. But I literally could not because it was very accurate while drawing on it. And maybe it doesn't do anything to your vision if you're looking at it through a little screen, but when you've been looking at it for hours, yeah, it's pretty hard to look at. So I don't know if I should like put an eye strain warning if I like post it online anywhere or not, but it definitely strained my eyes. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, bye guys.